I was wondering about the title of this video: to become a better reader, or to become a professional reader, or even to become a faster reader. To become a professional reader is highly personal. I mean, each one of us has our own specific definition of professionality. For example, for me, reading 2 books a week can be defined as professionality, okay? But for you, this number can goes up to even 5 books a week. So this is your professionality. This depends highly on the reader herself or himself. Reading books faster is not also the ability I prefer, because I think it destroys the enjoyment of the reading process. We are not in a hurry to read more books, but we need to read books more deeply. So I think personally, reading fast is not a valuable job. So what we can discuss about in this video is the idea that how can we become a better reader. Here are 5 tips. The first tip is perhaps the very beginning advice for reading. Choose the most suitable sources and books for your reading process. The sources you choose must be related to either your needs or your interests. Do not select books based on other people's recommendations. It is helpful to listen to their recommendations and take them into account, but the final decision is yours, and you are going to read that book. You are going to enjoy that book, and you are going to learn from that book. So first, identify your needs and your interests, and then look for the sources to read. Tip number 2, read with intention. And what do I mean by that? Reading deeply is one of the wishes of all readers around the world. How can we read deeply? Have always in mind that you're going to share this book you've just read to other people, and you have to summarize it in less than 1 minute for them. Considering this fact in your mind makes you a better reader, so you do more highlighting, you taking more notes, and you do everything you can so that you can summarize it later on in less than 1 minute. If you can summarize the book you've just read in less than 1 minute, then congratulations, you understand the book and your reading process is deep. Tip number 3, always have a goal. You may ask me what is the difference between tip number 2 and tip number 3, and that is a very good question. The intention you have for reading book is a kind of abstract thing. You're talking to your mind in an abstract way to force him to understand and to work deep on that book. But having goal for a reading process is when you're going to take something out of that book and use it in your real life. And frankly speaking, we all read books for specific goals. Your goals for reading may be either entertaining, being ready for a certain exam, learn something new and apply it to your current life, and so on. Always have that goal in your mind to know why you're reading that source, and this helps you to read more effectively. Reading in this way makes you a kind of productive reader, the one who applies what she or he reads in actual life. And believe me, not only you, but also the people around you will understand the changes that are happening to your life. Honestly, you must experience the life, and these books and these sources are only your assistants in experiencing this life better. Tip number 4, reading is an exercise. Unfortunately, the first books and sources are kind of torture. You're going to get bored, you're going to have problems understanding the texts, you're going to feel sleepy during the reading process, and you may find problems focusing on what you're reading. The good news is that these problems are normal, and you have to give this a bit of time to form the reading habit in your mind. First days of reading are just like first days you're going to the gym. First days are painful, you don't know how to exercise, you don't know how to use equipments, and you don't even know what are the suitable eating habits. But after a couple of weeks, you'll be fine. Reading is just like that, so don't worry about it. Tip number 5, life is short. Don't waste it reading bad books. When I was younger and I was in the beginning stages of my reading process, I thought that I should read everything and read every content I could. This leads me to read lots of books that I didn't enjoy reading them, but at that time I thought I was doing my best. But today I believe in something else, that we should only read those books that satisfy our lives and our interests. So tip number 5 is that you don't have to finish books that doesn't satisfy your needs and your interests. It's okay, and you shouldn't blame yourself for that. Just leave it unfinished and pick the next book as soon as possible. However, you have to be careful when choosing the right book, which leads us again to tip number 1. Well, we reached the end of this video. Thanks for your attention. My name is Sohail. If you're interested in topics related to literature, literary criticism, reading, and so on, hit that subscribe button to watch my future videos on this channel, and like this video if you think it adds value. Take care.